It's too much.
Yeah, is it map presence?
No
is
choice.
It vision? What do you want to get?
Payback.
It's still the Farsa.
No choice, bro. Just play it.
Oh, no such thing as too much for the machine.
Ogwen and Haji now being a little bit more careful with their trading in the mid after some recent mishaps early on. Of course, seeing the fray on the other side. MIRKO, we just see what he can do to temper that.
Whoa.
Light took a lot of damage from Kyle, Haji, and Ogwen.
You gotta acknowledge the fact that the Kalia helps Haji stay, you know?
Yeah. Gold Crab, if I'm not... Yeah, went to Super MIRKO. Oh!
Oh my god, Light gets taken down!
I think the Domicat would be rotating, but because of how Super MIRKO handled it, Domicat had to go back. But Domicat will make it here.
In comes Ogwen, better airstrike from Haji, repositions, it's still Edward! How the hell did he get that? Takes down Kyle as well, and they push back the rest of the Falcons to the nest. Aurora in the snap wins!
We're looking for the retry. Where'd the retry go?
Yeah, it looked like both retries came out too early. There was still a lot of health at the one point. I think it was around 700, 800.
In comes Light, taken care of. Flat gets the kill.
Chase up Kyle a little bit in terms of the farm, but Light and Yue will be able to drive them back, but they still get the golem. Edward takes a lot of gold though up top.
A lot of damage on the Kyle. He will be able to call in Barbiel. Save himself from the damage. Light is dropping. Flap gets taken down off camera. Ogwen right in the face of Yue gets popped. Whole lot of gold Kyle is getting on top lane.
So far, at the bottom side of the map, though.
Can Ogwen get the perfect tsunami slam? They will give up the shields on the tier 1, and in comes the rest of them. Domicat survives, but only for a second longer. He gets taken down by Haji. Down goes Light as well. Falcons dogpiles on the front line of Aurora.
Flicker, feathered airstrike for the KDA machine.
Actually thinking, where's the catch gonna happen here?
There it is.
There it
Ogwen
is.
gets caught out. Flicker's back. The answer from Flap, wailing away, torrent form, looking for some crowd control, keeping them underneath tier 2. AOG plus Valkyries is set, a lot of crowd control coming in, down goes Flap, where's the damage? Feather airstrike plus Kyle, coming through, taking down Light, one more kill for Falcons. Edward goes down, they take down Kyle, Demon Kite jumps in, that holy shield pops, 3 for 2, still a winning trade.
All the objectives went to Aurora, meaning that even if Yue wasn't in lane as often, he was still getting the gold through the rest of the team.
Uh-oh. They're going to try to bear down on the Falcons, even underneath tier 2. AOG, Valkyries ascent, cascading ults coming through, better airstrike, Flap very low, Flap gets taken down by Domicat. They do trade for Light, 1 for 1 so far. Super MIRKO wailing away at Demon Kite, going to come back from a 13,000 gold deficit.
That's true. That's also true.
They were the only loss of Aurora, so never count them out. Lord here, quickly taken by the Northern Lights. No dice because they will take it, and the answer, they pop Edward first. Then comes the rest of Aurora after Haji's better airstrike. They jump down on the Domicat underneath 3. Then Flap falls. Light still wailing away. Kyle at half health does not have the Phantom Sting. Gets taken down by Yue. Domicat finds him, serving up a kill to Yue. Double kill. More stacks for the mid lane wizard.
They are too damn tanky.
Too much. I also see the problem, because Yue is flying alongside Domicat. So if you're Flap caught in between that, who do you pick? Who do you target?
Oh my
it's so
god!
hard.
Haji gets caught, and they're in the base. Aurora have a Lord marching through. That's all she wrote. Game 1 goes to Aurora. Really?
There you go.
I mean, they are playing through the Kimi.
Whoa!
1-1.
Welcome back, a debut pick for 1-1 in season 17.
Light and Yue look so comfortable with trading in mid when Yue has the Kimi.
It's like, it's so reliable, right? Yue plus Kimi.
Yeah.
Ooh! Flap blocking Edward from joining that eminent fight, waiting to break out once again in mid.
And it looks like it is confirmed. It's difficult for the carry
my
to dance
God.
with this 1-1.
He always hit. This one always hits.
Oh! Hey! Force the flicker on out! A lot of damage from Haji. Ogwen going hunting, jumps in, and takes down Light. Passive hits.
Here we go.
Falcons starting up quick and strong. Flap face checking into Demon Kite. In comes the rest of them. They pop Kite. The celebrity is down. The retribution on Kyle is good. He's on his steed, and they might take down Light. The answer is yes, as Haji helps Ogwen escape. Oh my lord!
Edward.
Flat man-to-man defense on Edward. Edward versus 2. Haji gets a double.
Her crowd control built into her kit.
Like this.
Oh.
Right there.
Forcing Demon Kite back. Traction pulse throwing to Flap, forcing him to use that torrent form. And he is going to help provide it underneath this turtle. Oh my lord! It's Edward who takes it. Flap goes Demon Kite backing off the flicker forward. MIRKO gets a double. Falcons smell blood. UFOs. Haji gets him. 4 for 1. Take the turtle. We're happy with the kills.
I think I'm starting to realize now. Oh wait!
Tsunami Slam.
After some early deaths.
So you can kind of just imagine that that's the power spike of the Khalid, right? The very early on Desert Tornadoes. That's gone.
Edward jumps in. Tsunami Slam from out of turtle range.
Out of it.
Yep. And they do find Haji. Haji
fight.
compromised. But Ogwin is trying to protect his mid laner. He gets blasted. He got blowed up. And here comes Kyle from the flank. Calling in the Phantom Stampede, but not enough of a damage output from them. Super MIRKO gets a face full of Appraiser's Wrath, and they trade out 1 for 1.
Stalemate here, at least for the meantime. It seems like Aurora wants to do something with this Lord.
Oh, the flicker and the Tsunami Slam coming in. Ogwin compromises Demon Kite, and as if the Lord was with them, they find one another. Kyle takes Edward. They take down Light as well. Ogwin catching all the damage as Ogwin falls. Yue gets a kill. Kyle secures the Lord. Then Aurora are backing on out of here. Delta split.
You know what that looked like? It looked like the signal for Falcons to go was seeing Demon Kite and Domeng both take damage from the Lord.
That's right.
Because that was like 10% gone from Domeng, a healthy amount also from Demon Kite, and they just said, that's enough advantage for us. Let's go ahead and dive and initiate, and it was the perfect timing. Ouch!
My Lord! Super MIRKO!
Didn't even give him a head tap, just came out of nowhere with the damage.
He won a 7 mark. Domeng Kite and another Tsunami Slam. Demon Kite underneath Super MIRKO. Appraiser's Wrath not enough. He still falls. Light in the back line gets pummeled. Super MIRKO gets a double. Slap gets Domeng Kite. One more for Falcons as Edward falls. It's
That's
just
it.
Yue left. Haji traded out for the base. Going to be up next. Falcons, they feel the air underneath their wings. It's just Yue left to defend. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to tell you, we are going.
This Phobius is just, it's throwing him off.
Yeah, it's either Leomord, Xborg. I'm leaning towards Xborg for some reason. I don't know why.
Export Jungle?
Yeah. Come on, give it to me, Falcons. PYT Inspire for Ogwin, so they're maximizing the cooldown reduction on the Kaja to get the ultimate as fast as possible.
Again, Super MIRKO just loves everything happening right now. Falcons going on the invade.
Edward trying to cut through that flank. There's a consecration from Kyle. They jump on, take down Edward, and they're not done. They continue forward. Light taking a lot of damage. Yue from the right side. Kyle put those edges on one. They take out Demon Kite. They're trying to take down Light. They cross through, juggling damage from the turret.
Oh my god!
What the hell?
To take it. A lot of damage, and he goes through one of the white walk portals.
Yeah, Tina Uranus. What happens then once Aurora has items?
Like that, like a glowing wand.
Right there.
And even also items in the presence for Domeng Kite, who will be able to join this. But then, yeah, they're playing careful because of the Divine Judgment.
Okay. There's the traction pulse throw now. Turtle at a 10th of its health. Light through the back line, trying to compromise one of the members of Falcons. Haji gets taken down. They pop him. Flap here jumping on a Demon Kite. Demon Kite takes him out. Domeng Kite with the Valkyrie's Descent. Light gets dismantled like Super MIRKO. Yue firing away. Super MIRKO does not have enough damage to stop Domeng Kite, and Ogwin is going to get taken down. Domeng Kite finds him.
For early game items, 5v5, it's tough for Falcons to fight. It's tough for Haji especially.
Hodge goes underneath. Knows how to use it. Edward wins it. But there's going to be an eventual trade here as Flap tries to finish what Edward started. So 2-on-1, but still a 1-for-1.
Yeah, bottom lane is going to get pushed out here. Oh, but a pull.
Chip is there.
Oh, Domeng Kite. Valkyrie descent away. Light takes a face full of Light wheels as he goes down. Traction pulse around by Yue already. Light checking that Y brush. No one present. Domeng Kite threatening this push. Are you going to trade it for the turtle? In comes Light, shortcut through. Kyle secures. The rest of Aurora come on through. And they put so much pressure on Demon Kite. Kyle gets the kill. And another one jumps in. Super MIRKO takes down Light. Aurora have gotten scattered throughout this fight, pushing into the bottom lane tier 1. Yue fighting for his life alongside Edward. And Falcons claw down and take out 4 members. No one falls on their side. 3,000 gold up.
We set it up before that fight. Falcons and the tools that they have to allow Super MIRKO to shine. The fight got split up, but Falcons in the front line, Flap got to hold, Kyle got to hold, which meant that Ogwin and Haji had space to help Super MIRKO to then eventually rejoin the fight. Look at that big fight split. Flap and Kyle go after Demon Kite. Demon Kite will be fighting under here, but then eventually he'll be forced back. Kyle is just a wall you need to get back and away from, and eventually the rest of Falcons join in, converges 5 under the turret, and take down Edward and Yue.
So that's basically how they plan to deal with Demon Kite. Isolate him, split him from the pack, and be able to deal with him the way that they know how.
And it's not even an automatic, I see Demon Kite, I have to hit the DJ. It's actually more of a deterrent. Like, okay, you get too close, we will hit you with the DJ. And that's how bad it is. Oh, Flap jumps on in, forcing a defensive Valkyrie's descent, and Flap flickers to the right. Ogwin looking for one.
He's jumping in
with an infernal pursuit. A shortcut calling in Edward. Calling in Demon Kite. And look at the right side. Edward pushing MIRKO away. Tier 1 up top gets pushed, but Kyle is in the middle of 4 members. It's a little too much even for Yue to survive. Concentration, flicker forward from Yue. Kyle still alive, but only for so much longer. Yue gets a stack on his Sky Piercer.
And Super MIRKO.
All right,
no
final
Kyle.
life from Aurora. No retribution. They blitz. The Lord. Flap takes down one, but they trade for 2. Demon Kite and Demon Kite now right foes. And one more. Edward goes. Hit mark.
Yeah, I think the key here is keeping Super MIRKO alive. I don't know if that's just by intention or by design. Look at this though.
Divine Judgment on the light gets the call in the shortcut. In comes the rest of Aurora, and they clash onto the backline, forcing back Demon Kite. Edward falls. They take down the portal. You ain't going nowhere. 2 for free. Go over to the Falcons.
Okay. More shielding in the turret. They send back Flap.
Oh, Lord. This is the point of no return. Retribution by Kyle. It's good. Ogwin very low. Gets a Divine Judgment. Light falls. Shortcut has already been pressed, though, as Edward flickers forward. Oh, there is an anticipatory flicker from Haji as well. Dodges it. It's just a dash. Demon Kite gets taken down here. Double kill for Super MIRKO as Yue has Kyle on him. In comes Haji. Finally uses the flicker, and the damage has been done. It's too little too late. A Lord and 3 kills. The Falcons in the arena know that the killing blow could be here. Demon Kite has a hope and a dream to push in. He might actually get this.
Yeah, someone gonna recall.
Oh boy.
They're not recalling just yet. They're not recalling just yet. And Demon Kite didn't go back. He's clearing.
He's gonna try to take it.
They're sending Flap back. Edward is back. Demon Kite in 4.
Okay, base race as the Lord is still alive.
Light!
They're already in the base. Light through the back line. There's a DJ. There's a Valkyrie's descent. Ogwin gets popped here. Damage from Super MIRKO. Down goes Haji. Ogwin backing out. Edward takes out Super MIRKO. Flap and the rest of them are falling. Flap pushes in. Kyle's still alive. And in comes Kyle. In comes Flap. They're still checking range. Demon Kite with a shutdown. 3 for 1. Just playing footsies here.
Jumping in.
Got check. And Demon Kite keeping that bottom lane pressure. And oh my god, the blitz from Falcons.
It's too
Where
fast.
did it come from? Falcons are gonna get away with this. Falcons secure off of Haji. And now Light comes in. Closes the flicker. Down goes Demon Kite. 1 man off from Rora. And the rest of them collapse. Valkyrie's descent coming through. Down goes MIRKO. Yue gets the kill. Traded off for. Still alive. All 4 members.
Oh,
Light
Haji!
goes down. Haji dealing a lot of damage. Down goes Demon Kite. 3 for 1 the trade. Ogwin's immortality popped. Flap jumped onto Edward. There's still a Lord coming through in mid. Yue is very low. Kyle is chasing him down. Yue far away from home.
This might be it.
Might just run it through mid.
Edward, he's still here. He's still trying to keep him at bay. He's holding on,
Yue
but only
just
for long.
recalled, and they're dealing a lot of damage between Yue and Edward. Edward gonna get his immortality popped here. Haji is stolen away. A
Winter
bravest
crown.
fighter. Winter crown freezing.
Demon Kite
still
back.
alive. Demon Kite is alive, and the Lord at a 1/4 of its health.
Oh, they can defend.
Aurora might still be alive here. They don't have a base to counter. Falcons have to back off.
I love this game.
Edward with the item juggle. The emo, the winter crown, anything to buy time for Demon Kite. And the rest of Roar to come back, but Falcons are not letting go because MIRKO is back.
No time to celebrate just yet. As Light looks for an angle, using that flying cloud, trying to
flew
find
out.
that flank. This is a free reposition.
Here we go,
Light
again.
in the back!
Who's he looking for? Falcons are up to his shenanigans.
They found him.
Light, where are you going? 5 Falcons are hunting through the skies. They know he's here. They sense him. And he goes through one wall. Off to the long side of the map, coast to coast. Commit. There's the traction pulse thrown out. Kyle holding it down.
They burst.
That's Haji answering back. Lordy on a tenth of its health. Kyle and Demon Kite holding on to the retribution. Who's gonna get it? In collapses all of the teams now. Kyle gets it secure off of the shortcut. Rora come through. Super Marco getting pressured here by Demon Kite. And Demon Kite finds him. Positive immortality. Super Marco comes through. That might have been it. Rora have thrown all that they could over at Super Marco. Demon Kite on him. Look at the back line. Haji getting out of damage on Edward. Haji chasing Light. The Lord through mid. Demon Kite may have gone in too deep. They pop his immortality, and they'll take him down in short notice. Flap takes him 1 for none, plus the Lord.
Aurora are down one member. Haji kept Yue away from that last fight, hence why Aurora was lacking damage. Here's Haji with a chip ult.
And now, Dominkite defensive use of the Valkyrie's Ascent. Lord still alive. Divine Judgment on Edward. Down goes the Lapu Lapu. 3 defenders left. Marco's here. The base is under attack. Falcons are here, taking the series 2-1.